please.
We're recording.
Okay, so please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge the allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, roll call, please.
Alexander,
Yes.
Henry,
Yes.
Lentine, Frank, you're
Here.
Lewis,
Here.
Nelson,
Here.
Thomas, Ursu.
Here.
I entertain a motion to accept the consent agenda.
So moved.
Second.
Alexander,
Yes.
Henry,
Yes.
Lentine,
Yes.
Lewis,
Yes.
Nelson,
Yes.
Ursu.
Yes.
We'll move on to reports. Mira, do you have a report?
Considering the hour, I guess I'll limit my report this evening, but I'm happy to comment as we go along.
Okay, Chief Newman, do you have a report?
Thank you, Council President Henry, Mayor Roach, members of council. I do not have a report this evening, but I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Okay, can you tell me about your COVID cases? Do you know anything about that this week? Did they go up yet?
Actually, I can tell you. Since March 26th, our firefighters have responded to 75 suspected COVID-19 cases, with 20 of them being confirmed COVID-19. Based on the information that we are provided by Cuyahoga County Board of Health, as of August 7th, 2020, there have been 8,106 lab-confirmed COVID-19 cases in Cuyahoga County, with 371 lab-confirmed deaths, which is roughly 4.1%. 278 to 400 confirmed cases of COVID-19 are in the 143 zip code, which is ours. So according to the county, the new cases reported are less than last week. The deaths are a little bit up compared to last week. And if you look at case demographics, 57% of all COVID-19 cases are female and 43% are male, with the largest age group, 22% of all cases are between the ages of 20 and 29. Then the 30 to 39 are the second, and then the 50 to 59 are third with 14%. So that's where we're at. We're still at Red Alert 3 in Cuyahoga County in the state of Ohio.
Wow, thank you.
Madam President, would you want to stop sharing your screen? It might.
Am I sharing my screen?
Yeah, I believe so. Somebody's screen is shared.
You are sharing the screen. I am sharing the screen because I need to find. Yeah, I am. I need to find the agenda. Okay, and I also need to take a pause for a minute and enter a motion to excuse Kim Thomas for personal reasons tonight.
So moved.
Thank you. All right, thank you. Then we'll go back to reports. I gotta go back. I'm so backed up here. It would be, you have to find out this agenda. I'll pull it up in a minute. I'm just trying to do too many things at the last minute here.
You want me to call the roll on that excusing?
Oh, yes, please do that.
Alexander,
Yes.
Henry,
Yes.
Lentine,
Yes.
Lewis,
Yes.
Nelson,
Yes.
Ursu.
Yes.
Thank you. You have a report, Chief Wetzel?
I do. I'll read fast for you.
Take your time.
Council President Henry, Mayor Roach, members of council, and members of the community. In maintaining our focus on providing professional police services that demonstrates our commitment to those rarefied ideals of equal protection under the law and justice for all, we initiated a new general order on bias-free policing and provided training to every police officer, which included a written test to help ensure a full understanding on its importance. We also amended our use of force policy by adding a section titled Duty to Intercede. That portion reads as follows. Officers have a duty to intercede in any situation they believe another officer is exhibiting an abuse of force or excessive force. On October 1st, 2019, Sergeant Greg Patterson, Officer Kevin Watts, and Officer Joe Klepek investigated a violent sexual assault that took place on the property of a church in our city. Officer Watts located the suspect shortly after the crime, and he was arrested by the shift. Their efforts were supported through thorough follow-up investigation by Detective Sergeant Darren Porter and Detective Steve Molay. I learned today that the suspect pled to sexual battery, a felony 3, gross sexual imposition, a felony 4, abduction, a felony 3, and aggravated menacing, a misdemeanor 1. I applaud the fine work of these officers and hope our victim continues in her healing process, confident this may all be confined for a long time. Our littering campaign is continuing in earnest. I was at Loganberry A building yesterday and was happy to see that they had a copy of one of the littering signs that Officer Tim Casto made, which was posted by the elevator. Also today, Officer Watts wrote our first littering citation since starting this campaign. He observed a juvenile male toss a Wendy's bag out the window and wrote him a ticket. In cooperation with our local schools and with the support of Dr. Renee Willis, our superintendent, we will be starting our DARE program, and that's DARE stands for Drug Abuse Resistance Education. Again, Officer Marlon Webb has been assigned to teach this program to our 5th graders. He has big shoes to fill, as Lieutenant Denise DiBiase had done this assignment before and made a big impact. It is noteworthy that one of our own, Officer Don Stockham, was one of her former DARE students, and that concludes my report.
Thank you, Chief. Building Commissioner Jim Urenker.
Thank you, Madam President, Mayor Roach, members of council, and the community. I just have one quick reminder to make. Our FlexJet Planning Commission meeting will be held tomorrow, August 12th at 7 p.m. It will be a virtual Zoom meeting. The Zoom ID is located on our event calendar that you can get online at the City of Richmond Heights. And we'll be discussing the elevation review as well as the site plan review for that project. And that concludes my report, and I'll be happy to take any questions.
Thank you. Finance Director Jim Technit. Well, maybe he's not here. Recreation Director Rick Dula. Maybe he's not here either. I don't hear him moving.
Madam President.
Thank you, Madam President.
Rick, I just want to let you know Jim Tepnick's without power at his house right now.
Pardon me?
He has no power at his house.
Oh.
His side
Okay.
of Lakeshore Boulevard is without power right now.
All right. Thank you very much for relaying that message.
You're welcome.
So we go back then to Rick Dula. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam President, Mayor Roach, members of council, and the audience tonight. 3 items. Our shred day this past Saturday was a rousing success. We serviced 203 cars, and we collected 6,500 pounds of shredded paper. We filled the truck. It was bulging as it left, and it was a very good day. So I appreciate Recreation Board member Pat Thompson, who helped Anthony and myself, and the auxiliary patrolman. Was a very good day. So, and Don Kerniski for providing the extra barrels. We also have had a couple meetings, Madam President, regarding the ribbon cutting ceremony once the new playground is finished. So we're moving forward on those plans, and we will contact you with the updated and tentative plan for our ribbon cutting ceremony. And then lastly, this morning, I know the mayor may want to chime in on this, but we had an intense discussion in our staff meeting about the governor's orders of mass gatherings of no more than 10 people. It was good discussion and lots of it. And so right now we are leaning towards not having any activities sponsored by the city of more than 10 people per the governor's recommendation, and trying to err on the side of caution and, do our best as Richmond Heights administrators and employees not to promote the spread of the current pandemic in our city. So right now what's on the cutting table would be the South Euclid Inter Soccer Club being able to utilize our facilities, and the upcoming October 6th National Night Out is in question, as well as the December Breakfast with Santa. Those events will be looked at more intensely at a later date, but right now we want to err on the side of caution in Richmond Heights, and that was what I wanted to share with you. And the mayor, please feel free to chime in if I left any details out.
I thought there was supposed to be something at Greenwood Farm too. There's supposed to be yoga, right?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, the upcoming yoga on, I think it was the 15th or 16th of Saturday, has also been canceled at this point, as well as the volunteer work day, co-sponsored by the Euclid Creek. Geez, I'm sorry, I'm forgetting the name of the Euclid Creek support group, but Friends of the Euclid Creek and the County Conservation and Soil and Water group as well.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
The governor, just a little clarification, maybe just a quick add, or the governor also had indicated in his update on in the gatherings that kind of went beyond the 10 people. Also, he's really highly recommending minimizing any group activities that weren't related to each other, et cetera, kind of situation.
I mean, what do you mean they weren't related? If you're saying if any group of people are not related, pardon me?
Yeah, it's become more of an issue. They're saying even the indications are even families getting together is causing challenges of passing this around. And there was one clause that I don't have it in front of me, but it had indicated no groups of people that are not related.
Unrelated.
That he's encouraging not to get together. It's not a suggestion. And we had an extensive, as Rick said, with the department heads. We are experiencing, as Chief Newman had indicated, some severe indications of the virus spreading here. And we also had indicated, and I guess I wasn't fully aware, but that the percentage of deaths are at about 4%. So this is a serious thing, and I know the schools are going through the same thing. We're trying to follow each and every guidelines that are out there with the Department of Health and the governor. So things are changing every day, but I'm hopeful. I'm still hopeful that we can have breakfast with Santa in December. So here's goes, Ray. Thanks.
Well, I'm the governor's assistant. I can tell you, buddy, that won't be happening. This stuff is not going to be gone then, from the way it's going. I mean, I'm just saying, I mean, from that perspective, I just don't see it being gone. So hopefully people quit dying from it. All right. Thanks, Mayor, for that report and that clarification. So from there, we have Economic Development Director, Brian Glaser.
Thank you. Council President Henry, Mayor Roach, members of council, and members of the community. Two very quick reports. One, as implied by Mr. Dula, that the playground is under construction as we speak. should be completed, they said about a week or a week and a half. But we've been out checking, and all the equipment was delivered and installation is underway. And secondly, a certificate of occupancy has been issued for the Hilltop House, and that then triggers the review and moving forward on the closing documents. So that is the closing documents piece is now underway as well. And those are my two reports for this evening.
Thank you. That's good news. Good news for that family too.
Yeah.
City Engineer Lee Courtney.
Very briefly, Madam President, the Highland Road traffic that at the north end down by Euclid Avenue has been realigned, which was a result of last week's partial closure. It is now one lane in each direction to the Park Drive with their wide lanes, and there are no switches from one alignment to another, so it's much safer, and the bridge construction is progressing.
Great. Thank you.
Madam President,
Yes.
quick comment to Mr. Courtney Lee. I know that we've been doing the road work at Richmond Park East and West, the entrance of the street off of Highland Road. I think you mentioned a week or so ago about the asphalt. There seems to be a large, and it's getting larger by the day, of the concrete that was replaced and the asphalt that's on Highland Road. Any idea of when that might be corrected? People are falling into it. The tires are spinning on it. It's getting to be a nuisance.
I'll take another look at it. That's just where they pulled the forms. They just filled it with grindings. And to my knowledge, the asphalt contractor has not scheduled the asphalt work across those intersections yet. But I will check it out in the field and call the contractor.
Thank you.
Okay, Service Director Don Karniski.
Thank you, Madam President. I have no report for tonight.
All right. We'll move on to old business. We have none. And so clerk, can you go on with the new business?
Sure. Ordinance 74-2020, introduced by Mayor Roach, first reading. An ordinance amending ordinance number 97, 2019, the city's pay and benefits ordinance to adjust the authorized compensation ranges for positions in the Division of Building, Zoning, and Housing, and declaring an emergency.
Mayor, you have comments?
Yes, the Pay Ordinance Committee has reviewed this and has adjusted the levels as instructed or discussed with the council previous meeting. I'd recommend its passage this evening.
Move for suspension.
Second the motion.
Alexander?
Yes.
Henry?
Yes.
Lentine?
Yes.
Lewis?
Yes.
Nelson?
Yes.
Ursu?
Yes.
Move for passage.
Second.
Alexander?
Yes.
Henry?
Yes.
Lentine?
Yes.
Lewis?
Yes.
Nelson?
Yes.
Ursu?
Yes.
Oh, ordinance 74-2020 passes unanimously.
Resolution 75-2020, introduced by Mayor and Council, first reading. A resolution adopting the City of Richmond Heights Emergency Operations Plan.
Madam President, this went through the Safety Committee of Council with the recommendation for passage. It's the much needed document. I believe many thanks goes out to our fire chief, Chief Newman, for preparing this and bringing it to our attention. The timing is obviously now, and I would like to recommend suspension of the rules.
All right, Chief Newman, did you want to comment on this as well?
I can be very brief. To echo what Councilman Lentine said, council did review and discuss this over the last couple of months. It's been an evolving document. The purpose of the emergency operations plan is to provide direction and guidance to our city leaders during a public emergency such as the one that we're experiencing now. And it allows us to implement plans and procedures to protect lives and property. Previously, we were using the Cuyahoga County Emergency Operating Procedure. This one's a little bit more tailored to the city of Richmond Heights specifically. And it is meant to be an evolving document which can be amended to meet any needs, future needs of the city. I know that Chief Wetzel and I will be bringing an evacuation plan that we've been working on for the last 9 months to Safety Committee, possibly even the next Safety Committee. So this will be a kind of a bundled emergency plan package by the time we're done with it. Thank you for your consideration.
Thank you. This is very much welcome. This topic came up years ago, and I was told, leave it alone is perfect. So now I'm glad you saw that we could, develop it. Thank you. So Benteen has suspended the rules, right?
Second.
Alexander,
Yes.
Henry,
Yes.
Lentine,
Yes.
Lewis,
Yes.
Nelson,
Yes.
Ursu.
Yes.
Move for passage.
Second.
Alexander,
Yes.
Henry,
Yes.
Lentine,
Yes.
Lewis,
Yes.
Nelson,
Yes.
Ursu.
Yes.
Did anybody move for passage or did I miss it?
Yep, that was the passage, so.
Okay. All right. That was the resolution, right? Or was
Yes,
it-
Resolution 75.
Okay, Resolution 75, 2020 passes unanimously. Thank you. Is there anything else to come before council? All right, this meeting is adjourned. Thank you all for your time and attention tonight.
Thank you.
And Madam President, does the clerk know that we're going to begin committee meeting, Finance Committee at 6:30 next Tuesday?
No, so 6:30 next week?
Yes.
Yes.
She does now.
Is it just the two committees, or is it just?
So, yeah, we're gonna keep safety at the same time, and we're gonna start finance at 6:30, and then reconvene after safety.
Okay, so finance is 6:30.
Yep.
Safety is 7:30, and then
Yep.
finance will start again after that. Okay.
Yep.
All right, thank
Bet-
you.
Betsy, for your information, there's going to be some presentations, recognitions to some of our police officers for their longevity of service. And that'll take place at the Safety Committee of Council,
At 6:30 then, right? Okay, thanks.
7:30.
Oh, it's 7. Oh, never mind, sorry.
We're trying to confuse it, Betsy.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Thanks. Good night.